The common narrative is that fiction books are fake. The lessons that you learn and the emotions that you feel while reading them are nothing more than artificial garbage designed to weaken the mind. A smart person will read non-fiction. It grounds you into reality and is the more mature thing to do. I mean, it's productive, right? Personally, I think that narrative is pushed by people who get their self-worth with how mature they look to other people around them. I think the worth of a book should be judged on how rich the story is and how impactful the lessons are, not if it's fiction or non-fiction. Actually, I extend that to all forms of media if I'm being honest. Let's take a look at The Truman Show for an example, and let's compare it to a non-fiction book that talks about the same themes. In The Truman Show, everybody in his life is a paid actor. Everything from the town that he lives in to the relationships that he has are all fake. On the surface, it seemed like a deep comedy, laughing at how stupid Truman is. His life is broadcast to millions of people on TV and he doesn't even know it. But the more you pay attention to this, the more you realize how similar you and Truman truly are. The movie parallels the real world. An example is like how in every conversation with his wife, she's consistently advertising a new product to the viewers. She does this so much that Truman is left questioning his own sanity. I'm sure your wife doesn't do this, but in the real world, we're fed propaganda left and right. YouTube just signed a deal with Israel where they're trying to mend their reputation as a country, while seemingly blowing up another one in the process. There are ads plastered everywhere on this app, and I would bet that you've seen a couple of them yourself. Another example is like how Oracle just bought TikTok and they're now banning large creators who talk about real world issues and censoring their videos.
Today my main account with 6.1 million followers got banned.
Feel free to research more of this in your own time because I don't want this video to get banned. But the truth is that the movie aged like fine wine, becoming more and more relatable over the years. But what's more crazy is that the lead star, Jim Carrey, was attempting to whistleblow the industry after working for that movie.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
The comments of that interview say it better than I can. After the files were released, this hits different. The fact that Jim Carrey was the main character of a movie, The Truman Show, makes this even more trippy. The best way to hide something is in plain sight. Now let's take a look at its non-fiction counterpart, Manufacturing Consent, and see where it stacks up. The author argues that mass media in democratic societies shapes public perception. The news isn't usually fake, but it's filtered. On the surface, the message seems the same. It talks about propaganda and how we're all being controlled. But I think it has some flaws. It leans too much into this whole anti-democratic rhetoric. In today's society, platforms that criticize Democrats very heavily are also pushing their own narrative.
Burger King kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No,
the BK Lounge can hit.
I disagree completely.
You like Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take. Your worst take. Your worst take. Your worst take.
The Truman Show aged well and holds up today because it doesn't have any political leanings, which mirrors how in today's society, both political sides are corrupt. So which is better, non-fiction or fiction? In my opinion, I think the best option is number 3, the story that you write yourself. In the end, if life is really just a movie, then the most important question is, are you an extra or are you your own director? To direct a story, you need to have control of how it looks and feels. That isn't just about your mindset, it's about your craft. If you want to learn how I build these videos, how I edit, color grade and film, then that's what I teach in my school community. Don't just watch a movie, learn how to make it. Link is in the description.